Welcome to your 2-minute quick brief of the Tech Radar for Parents. I'm your host, Weston, brought to you by Nicholas D. West Tech, LLC. This is the week of June 26th through July 2nd, 2026. School's out, screen time is climbing, and the feed is fracturing into two very different worlds. Today, a genuinely healthy creative trend worth cheering for, a walkie-talkie app that hijacks your kid's locked phone, and an anonymous campus app that has already triggered bomb threats and real self-harm. Let's go. Let's start with something genuinely encouraging. This summer, older teens are staging a quiet rebellion against overproduced, hyper-curated perfection. Winning trends this week are messy on purpose. In the Wow OK Tone Challenge, groups of friends take turns delivering the exact same line of dialogue in wildly different emotions: flirty, furious, devastated, and cracking up when they break character. In the bacon avocado trend, teens use a silly bait-and-switch audio to share a harmless personal confession, and apps like Locket are surging. Instead of an infinite public scroll, Locket pushes a live photo from a handful of close friends straight to the home screen. The through line is authenticity over algorithm, connection with a trusted few instead of performance for a faceless many. When your teen shows you one of these, lean in. This is the internet at its most human, and it's worth celebrating out loud. Now the alarm bells. There's an app called 1010 that just crossed 6 million monthly users, and it turns a smartphone into a live walkie-talkie. Kids connect with a friend using a simple PIN code, and here's the problem. Once connected, audio broadcasts instantly and out loud through the speaker, even when the phone is locked, in a pocket, and the app is closed. Teens love it for jump-scaring friends in silent classrooms or late at night. But there is no moderation, no message filter, and because the phone never has to be unlocked to receive audio, it completely bypasses your screen time controls. The only real defense is the phone's system-wide Do Not Disturb or silent mode. If your child has 1010, that's a settings conversation to have tonight. Anyone with the PIN can pipe live audio into your home whenever they want. This is the one to stop and hear. Fizz is an anonymous social app organized around a single school or campus. You verify with a school email, and you get a private closed feed of the peers sitting right next to you. It runs on an upvote, downvote engine that rewards the most inflammatory posts. And because it's anonymous but hyper-local, the damage is real and physical. On campuses this year, Fizz has been tied to coordinated racist polls, targeted harassment campaigns that drove a student to suicidal ideation and forced administrators to intervene, anonymous bomb threats and swatting that brought in police, and even sabotage of student elections through threats of violence. Its moderation runs on crowd voting, meaning if the mob enjoys mocking a specific kid, the posts stay up. Stripping away face-to-face accountability doesn't build community. It manufactures cruelty. If Fizz reaches your child's school, treat it as a serious safety issue, not gossip. Now the Decoder ring, youth vernacular moves fast. In this week's list is a real window into what your kids are feeling, not just saying. Here are the top 5 terms to decode right now. Delulu, short for delusional, usually played for laughs about unrealistic hopes, but rooted in the idea that ignorance is bliss. Worth a gentle check-in if it's how your teen consistently dodges a stressful reality. Bed rotting, staying in bed all day, scrolling and skipping basic self-care. An occasional lazy Sunday is fine, but chronic bed rotting is a recognized digital red flag for a depressive episode. Cross-faded, being intoxicated on alcohol and marijuana at the same time. This one is not slang to shrug off. It deserves a calm, direct conversation. Beige flag, a quirky defining trait in a romantic partner that's just memorably them. And clapped, a blunt, appearance-based insult that shows up as low-grade, deniable bullying. Here is your action plan for this week. 1. Audit for 1010 and lock down notifications. Check your child's phone for 1010 today. If it's there, walk through it together and set the device to route it through Do Not Disturb, especially overnight. 2. Ask whether Fizz has reached their school. Don't lead with a ban, Lead with curiosity. Ask, is Fizz a thing at your school? What are people posting on it? If it's active, explain plainly why anonymous, hyper-local apps escalate into real harm, and make clear that if they're ever targeted, you're their first call, not their last. 3. Celebrate the authenticity trend out loud. When your teen shows you a wow, okay video or a Locket photo from a close friend, actually engage with it. Reinforcing the healthy, low-pressure corners of the internet builds the relational trust that makes the hard conversations land later. 4. Put cross-faded and bedrotting on your radar. You don't need to police the words, you need to hear what's underneath them. If substance slang or chronic bedrotting language starts showing up, treat it as an invitation to check in on how your kid is actually doing, not a reason to raid their phone. The feed is pulling your kids in two directions at once, towards something warmer and more honest, and towards spaces engineered for chaos and anonymity. Your job isn't to win the whole internet. It's to be the steady, curious, unshockable adult who shows up before the crisis does. The algorithms are relentless, and they do not love your children. You do. That difference is everything. For our full-length, deep dives into every topic we covered today, check out our main feed. I'm your host, Weston, with Nicholas D. West Tech, LLC. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and we will see you next week.